Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial we're going to make two fun lake or summer projects, and I'm going to show you how to create this look, which I think is really fun. So, as you are hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle all that normal stuff. Okay, yesterday I did this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This was just a little plaque. I'm pretty sure I got it last year at Walmart, probably for under $5, but I don't remember for sure. I painted one coat of Waverly white paint on it, and then I diluted some of this. This is that ocean color from Waverly, and I used a yucky chippy brush. Okay, well, it was a little bit too dark, so I just went back over it with some more white. So we'll come back to this and actually do this one. We're going to use this stencil on it, and it's going to be super cute. But for right now, I'm going to show you how to actually do that finish. And I'm going to try not to tip my camera over like I did a few days ago, which was kind of embarrassing. Let me grab a paper towel because I want to dry my brush off just a little bit. Hey Candy, hi Monica. I'm glad you caught me live 2 days in a row. Okay, so I painted, let me show you what this is. This is a $3, or no, it was $5. Dollar Tree Plus canvas, but it was a set of 2. And this is what it looked like. So $2.50 a piece. I think that's a pretty reasonable amount to pay. Even though it was white, I decided to go ahead and put one coat of white paint on it before we do the next step. Just, I don't know. I just thought it might look better if I did that. So, I'm really fancy today and working off of a paper plate, which is pretty much what I always do. I don't have any fancy tools or anything, and all my brushes look terrible. Okay, so I'm gonna just dry brush. Oh, wait, I forgot. Okay, we need to create some area where it will be different, and I need a ruler to figure out a little math problem. Okay, so this is 14 inches, so the middle of it would be 7. And I want there to be 2-inch lines. So we'll figure this out together. It really does not matter. This is just crummy masking tape. If you have the painter's glue tape, that might work better. But I don't have any more of that. Okay, so I'm just going to mark on my little piece here where 2 inches is, roughly. And then I'm going to lay this down reasonably straight, but I'm not going to fuss about it being perfect. It's not even close. Yeah. And let's do the same thing at the bottom. Okay, and I'm putting the edge of the tape like at the number 2 mark, so that this area is 2 inches wide. We're going to paint that. All right, and then let me see how many inches do I have left here. Not quite 10. Let's just do this. This is the easiest trick. I didn't think this through in advance. I'm going to use a length of this. This is going to be 2 of these. It's going to be how wide my next row is going to be. That's a total cheater's way to figure out where to put your tape. I need a longer piece. Please turn my camera down a little more. Okay, I'm going to try, and I'm going to hope that it doesn't tip over. A few days ago, I had my camera get turned over, which was pretty embarrassing. And it completely crashed on the floor while I was live. I don't have a great tripod. But anyways, this works. You can see a little better, I think. We're going to be doing a dry brush kind of technique with this blue paint. Okay, so you're going to want to paint your surface, but you're not going to ever use paint on a stencil. You definitely don't want to do that because your stencil will be ruined if you do. Paint dries super fast and permanent. And so if you put paint, also it's runnier than chocolate. But if you put paint on a stencil, it's gonna most likely dry somewhat in the screen, which is the mesh of the stencil. And that's the part that gives it anything interesting. Okay, now I wanna remember I'm not doing this area and I'm not doing this area, but we'll do everything else. Or, I mean, there's 10 million different ways that you could do this. Anyways, you won't be able to use your stencil for a very long time. Like I use mine 20, 30, 40, 50 times because I am super cautious and I take care of them, and I never use anything like paint on a stencil. I just use it to paint my surface. Okay, so I'm going to just start doing some of this dry brushing. Let's do this middle part. When I first did the other, the scalloped board, it was too dark and I was afraid that we wouldn't be able to see the stencil over it. So you know what I did? It was an easy fix. I just did this exact same thing over the top of that when it was dry with white. Easy, easy, easy peasy. Okay, flip it around. I'll do this bottom area. So I'm not using ocean colors, which to me are turquoise and that kind of thing. I'm using more what I imagine would be lake colors, which is this kind of royal blue and red. Okay, let's let that get started drying, and let's move on to the other project, and I'll just set this over here so I don't mess it up. Okay, for the other project, which is this one, we're going to be using this stencil, Living the Lake Life. It's so cute, and you guys, it's got an awesome fishing pole on the bottom of it. So this is what I was talking about. I marked off the areas I didn't want to paint with masking tape, and then I left this area dark on purpose. I'll probably clean it up a little bit just so you could see how dark everything was. So it was too dark. I came back and lightened it all up with another dry brush of white. Okay, so this is a brand spanking new stencil. I'm gonna label the back of it. Lake Life. And then I'm going to fuzz it 3 or 4 times because I don't want it to pull up the paint on my project. And this is brand new. Oh, this thing right here, in case you're wondering, it is called a tacky towel. But you could fuzz on a t-shirt, on a pair of jeans or a jean skirt, on any kind of fabric really that isn't super, super fuzzy. And all it does is it basically makes it so that your stencil's not so super sticky when you use it that it pulls up paint from your surface, or that you have to pull so hard that you stretch it. Okay, so let me place this. Okay, we're going to be using red and black. Should we use blue? Tell me in the comments what you think. This is called Old Glory Blue. This is the best color for 4th of July or patriotic projects. This one is called Old Glory Red. I love these two. And then this is black. And this is chalk paste, not chalk paint. Okay, let me grab some little stirs. I was thinking that I want to do living and the pole in red. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with this. Does that sound okay? Oh my gosh, this is very thick. I have a brand new one. Grab that. I need to give this paste, which is pretty thick, some tender loving care by adding some distilled water to it. What's going on here? And, wow. Adding some distilled water to it, and then stir it and set it aside, and it'll be good to go next time. It's not solid, it's just... Okay, let me get some scissors. Opening a jar of chalk paste is always a mess for me. I have not figured out how to do it without getting a huge mess going. Okay, so I'm going to do these little birds blue and the word the Lake Life blue, but I'm going to do living in red, and I'm going to get my chalk paste on. And I'm not going to go over and over and over. Pull off the big globs. And this part's going to be a little tricky. Because the Y goes over the top of a couple of other letters. Okay, and let's do the pole red while we're here. You could also do a pretty ombre effect if you wanted. There's so many things you could do with this stencil. You could just use a fishing pole if that's what appeals to you, or just the word Lake Life. There are lots of options. Okay, let me put my lid back on this one. Do I throw away the white paper top when I open a new one? Usually. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with that lid. My hands are a disaster now. Let's use the blue. This is Old Glory Blue. So I'm going to put some here and then some here. What was the question? I have completely forgotten. Oh, do I throw away the top? Is the little white thing that comes out of the lid sometimes. I usually do, but I don't usually follow the instructions for anything. And I'm sure it's there for a reason that I just have ignored or something. I love this color, this Old Glory Blue. It's perfect for summer. Perfect color for summer. I'm going to get a squeegee that I've cut even smaller to do this part. So see, this is just an itty bitty one. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I do need to take some of these big globs off. And I think I could use just a teeny bit more red. There. This is summer. This says summer to me. Oops. I definitely want to put some more blue on that area. Oh, looks so good. Yes, this is summer, totally summer. It's not beach, which several people have been asking me to ask Magnolia to come out with some summer stencils for the lake that are not beach themed. Look how awesome that is. It could be super cute if you wanted to put a bow on it. I probably would either staple some jute behind it here or drill a hole with my husband's gazillion-year-old drill and hang it with jute. But I was worried that you wouldn't be able to see the red over the top of the blue, and you totally can. What do you guys think? I am super happy with that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's come back to this one. It's probably mostly dry. Take my tape off. Okay, if I was not live with you guys right now, I would probably go outside and give this a quick spray of clear matte sealer spray. But I'm live and you cannot spray this stuff inside. So we're just gonna ignore that. I'm just trying to figure out what do I want to, I think this is how I want it to look. Okay, and we're gonna be using this stencil that says, "It's summer, y'all." And just trying to decide how do I want to break this up. I think I'm gonna do red and blue again, even though a sun wouldn't really be red. Yeah, Okay, so first things first. This is a brand new stencil, brand spanking new. So I'm going to label the back of it. Summer Y'all. And then I'm going to fuzz it. And this would be a cute t-shirt kind of stencil. You could make any kind of sign with it. You could do It's Summer. You could just use the word y'all. It's got a super cute anchor that you could do something with. The waves, the sun, you could do all kinds of things with this. So I think this will be a fun one for years to come. So I'll use it this summer. Then I'll put it away when summer's over. How do I clean my stencils? Thank you for asking, Trish. Okay, so what I do is I take them, they're sitting in a tub of water right now. Let me show you that. Face down until I can get out to the kitchen, and then I just spray them with water. If the ink or chalk paste that I use, chalk paste would be for this, has stained it, I will use a stencil cleaner sponge. Let's see if I have one in my drawer. I don't think I do. Anyways, it's something you can get from Magnolia, or you could use a sponge. And I'll just wash it a little bit with dish soap. Then I rinse it, lay it on the counter to dry, and that's it. Easy peasy. And that tacky towel that we used, it can be used to dry your stencils, the inside part. So if you're like me, super impatient, you could use that. I think I'm gonna not do, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but for this particular project, I think I'm not gonna do the sunshine. I can always come back and add that if I want. So I'm gonna do red for the It's, Y'all, and then I'm gonna use blue for everything else. So let's do the red first. I'm going to grab a clean squeegee. This combination of colors reminds me of lake boating. Do you guys know what it's just this red and blue, and sometimes there's yellow combined with it. So I could come back and do yellow for that sun. But I can add that after. It doesn't have to be on right now. Okay, look at my hands. I do not want to get that all over everything. Okay, so let's do the anchor. I'm going to get my chalk paste on, and then I'm just going to scrape off the big globs. Let's do these little waves. And the seagulls, or whatever birds these are. Globs off of that. Okay, and then I'm going to do the summer. And I'm going to be careful not... You know what? I might just see if I have yellow right now. If I have any handy. So I'm going to be careful not to get the blue into the area where the sunshine would be. Okay, let me look real quick and see if I have any yellow handy. Or if I even have yellow right now. Yes, I do. Let me see. Have I opened it before? No, it's a brand new one. Darn. So let's open it real quick, and then we'll do that sunshine, and then I will show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm not going to fuss with this right now. I'm just going to use that little spot that's open right there to do the sunshine. And then I will fiddle with my jar when I'm not live and you're not patiently waiting for me to get going. Oh, I just stuck my squeegee in my blue chalk paste. Okay, Heidi, take your time. Okay. All right, this is what it looks like. Hopefully, it will be awesome. And it is! Oh my gosh, it's so cute! Okay, I'm throwing this in my tub of water. Oh my goodness, this is so adorable. Isn't it? So this was part of a two-piece stretch canvas set from Dollar Tree. So the canvas was $2.50 basically. And it's big. This is like, what did I say, 14 by probably 10. And then I just used some paint. I used that stencil, a little bit of chalk paste, and I think it's precious. And I think it would look great. Let me move some of this out of the way for a moment. And I'll bring that other project out. I think these two could go nicely together. Look at my hands now. Oh my word. Is anyone else as messy of a crafter as I am? Or is that just me? Look at my silicone mat. It's going to need to be put in the sink with some hot dishwater and soaked, and then all this paint will come right off of it. There. What do you think? Isn't it cute? Where am I? Yeah, I think these two would be adorable. And they say to me, they say lake or summer, and they don't necessarily say ocean, which is what people were asking for. Some stencils that weren't all just like seashore beach, kind of related. Linda says, yes, they'd be perfect at her house. Charlene says that she's a messy crafter every time. Oh my word. Me too. And I feel so scrambled until I get my craft desk cleaned up and my stencils out to the kitchen to be washed. Where did I find the blue mat? Okay, a follower, a friend, sent it to me a long time ago. She got hers, I think, on QVC. It's called a silicone craft mat, but you can get them on Amazon. So I will grab a link for you from my Amazon thing, and I will put that as an answer to your comment. They're not expensive. They're great to craft on because everything washes off of them. I need a new one because mine has a hole in the center. anyways. Let me know if you want links to these stencils, to chalk paste, or if you just want a supply list that's going to tell you what is the name of this blue paint and what color chalk paste did she use, and where did she get this canvas, and where did she get this little scalloped thing. I think I got it at Walmart. But if you want that list, the full supply list, say that too, and I'll be glad to get that for you. All right, do this. That's a heart. Or this, but this is better. Say something to me in the comments. I see an excellent question from Aldora Wilkins. I'm going to answer. Say something to me in the comments, and feel free to sprinkle all that good stuff. Okay, she wants to know what's the difference between chalk paint and chalk paste. All right, this is chalk paste. It's not permanent unless you want it to be, and you can make it permanent by spraying it after it's dry with a clear matte sealer spray. It's used for hard surfaces on stencils. This stuff, it has a black lid. It will not hurt your stencils. It will come right off. Chalk paint is paint. And paint is paint is paint is paint. I never use any paint on my stencils. I will paint my surface with chalk paint or craft paint or acrylic paint or latex paint or milk paint or, you know, whatever kind of paint. I will paint the surface, but I will not use it on my stencils. And so the confusing thing there is that both this chalk paste and chalk paint have some chalk in them. But this is a paste. It's like the white chalk sticks that your teacher wrote on the blackboard with when you were way back in school that she could wipe off. But it's in the form of a paste, and it's got color. So paint is paint. So you don't want to use any paint over the top unless you want to use your stencil 1 or 2 times. I want to use my stencils way more than what the company even recommends because I'm frugal. I want to use them 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50 times till they have absolutely no stick and they look awful. So I'm going to put my summer stuff away. When summer's over, I'll bring it out next summer. I'll bring it out the summer after, and I'll bring it out the summer after. Okay, I'm seeing lots of people, but thank you for that question. That's a good question, and it's one that everyone has. So just remember, chalk paint is paint, and it's a no-go on your stencils. But you can paint your surface with it. Chalk paste comes in these cute little pots with a black lid, and you can use that on your stencils. Okie dokie. Well, you guys have a blessed and wonderful rest of the day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me know if you want a complete supply list or if you have any questions whatsoever. Thank you so much for joining me. And be looking here in the comments later for these pictures of these things that are all finished up. And I'll also put them on just on DIY Dreaming. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me.